I was gonna work out this morning, Thursday morning. Forget all that jazz. It's crazy how life, man, can just be a wild thing. Such a wild thing. You know, I look at these videos that I share with you guys and I think to myself, man, I share a lot. Probably a lot of times I overshare. But I don't share everything though, and my God, if I did, maybe it would paint a brighter picture or something. Needless to say, Thursday morning, I'm in embarrassment. And possibly I should be embarrassed by my dictation and assessment of my guy Gene and the situation there from time to time, because I certainly caught some hell for that in yesterday's video. And you know, I saw a couple of comments. I don't even want to go see the comments. I'm sure they are, you know, going in on me, and some of the things that I saw were like, you know, Joe, you should be grateful, appreciative. You don't appreciate, you treat your people badly. And I know that there's truth in that. And I am grateful for Gene. You know, if you made it to the end of the video, I was giving him his accolades and his flowers because he does deserve them. And don't get me wrong, he pisses me off from time to time and a lot of times. But I think that this world is too soft in relation to the employee-boss scenario. And here's the other kicker too. It's not like it was when I had my painting business and I was a lot harder on people who were essentially working for me. You know, Gene is working with me. Gene's a great guy. He really is. And he knows more than he acts like he does. And let me say this, you know, as much as I will bitch about the situation with Gene, I also try to build him up as well too. But don't get it twisted. Buddy got some shit with him, okay? And everybody does. Hell, I do. We all do, right? In some form or facet, we all got some shit with us. Nobody's perfect. And I don't expect him to be perfect. Somebody made a comment saying, you know, you're expecting a skilled guy when you're paying him a laborer rate. You know, Gene makes 20 bucks an hour, and sometimes that's $25 an hour. And let me tell you something else. I'm not trying to go tit for tat with you, but I also got Gene riding around in my van that he don't pay nothing for. There ain't no company van. That shit's his freaking personal vehicle right now. Doing that out the kindness of my heart. So I'm not even asking for you to cut me any slack, because I get it. It's the world that we live in, the day and age that we live in, where people are quick to get butt hurt. But yeah, you're probably right, I guess, is the short of it. I'm not here trying to twist it or spin it or anything like that. And I'll tell you another thing that I'm not trying to do anymore, and I won't, is sugarcoat it. Like, I won't do that. I'm not going to make it seem like it's this hunky-dory situation all the time when it's not. And listen, that is exactly the realness of everything that I share with you, in some regards overshare. The fact that I keep it so trill with you, trill. You know, when you're out here flying by the seat of your pants, living from one job to the next, working with a guy who, in all actuality, in a lot of regards, in other scenarios, I guess is a better way to put it, would just be a guy, but Gene's been with me for 3 years, so it's deeper than that. But you get the point maybe that I'm trying to make with this. It could oftentimes be a shit show. Should have been a fly on the wall when we were trying to figure out that curved plaster repair, because there was no easy solution to it. We just had to get in there and try to make it the best that it could be. There was a lot of curse words flying, and not in regards to Gene, you know, but just at the wall. You son of a bitch. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything anymore. I ain't no peach. And 90% of the time, I'm down AF on myself, overreaching, overzealous, just like with the painting business, trying to portray this aspect of we're going to be perfect and better than anybody else. And I said it yesterday, the best that I've said it. You're only as strong as your weakest link. And when all links are weak, including yourself, you ain't even got no chain. You know, because links of a chain type shit. People are like, oh man, you always talk down on your people. Nothing that I said in relation to my gripes with Gene were disrespectful, I don't think. And I don't disrespect him, I just bitch. Because I want things to go well, and I want him to excel, and I want him to help me to excel. And again, that overzealous bullshit, hey, if it was a perfect world scenario and I was getting 110% out of Gene like I tried to give, and maybe I'm not even giving that, but that's what I try to give. You know, just think of, we could take over the world type shit. We could be like the ultimate handymans. Jack of all trades, master of nothing. Hack jobs. Go with the cheapest. LLC. Anyways, hey, look. At the end of the day, I take care of Gene the best that I can. So, that's what it is. And if it was a bad situation, you know, he would have been moved on. So let that speak to something. But I'm not tripping over the comments. In the past, I probably definitely would have. But I ain't tripping on it. I get it, you know. So just wanted to address a couple of things right then and there. Today, I'm going to finish off the plaster repair job. I put together the itemized breakdown for the customer who wanted the closet delete, the pantry closet delete. And I'm going to share that with you real quick. And I need to get this over to them today. I don't usually tit for tat every line item, but I did because they asked me to do so here. So for that pantry delete that I put at $22.50, materials cost I put at $3.50, which we could exceed that. Removal of walls, $250. Dispose of the debris, $100. If they're looking to shave off any cost here, maybe they take, you know, hey, we'll get rid of the debris. It might be a decent amount though. Repair walls, ceiling, and texture. That's all of our mud work. $1,000 for that. Install crown molding. $200. Install new baseboard. $100. Install new shelving. And then I had to make a note here saying material cost does not include shelving cost. Purchased separately by homeowner. Put that price at $100. And then paint matching the area, I put that at $150. But that brings us to $22.50. So hopefully they're going to be cool with that. Like I said, today the only job that we got going on is finishing up that curved plaster repair job. I'm going to hit up the realty guy, see what's cracking with him. I haven't talked to him since yesterday morning, and just going to let him know, hey, we can be available to check out, or not check out, but do anything that you got, possibly for tomorrow. Tomorrow, the only thing I got on the schedule is to go look at some more doors, another door repair job for a totally different brand new person. I've had a bunch of people who have been reaching out as of late looking for work. They'll send me some pictures. I'll give them a quote via a message, and then I never hear anything back, or they'll tell me, hey, you know, thanks for getting back to me so quickly. Let me think about it. Let me share a couple of those with you real quick. I'm sure I could find some of those. Yeah, here's a perfect example right here. Pretty substantial repair work gonna be needed for this repair. I think I told this guy $1,300. Yeah, $1,300. He said, thanks for the quick reply. I will get back to you. And I'm sure I got some more, but I don't feel like digging for them. All right, let me figure out where today's gonna take us, and I will share more with y'all in just a little bit. Oh my God, that was the shortest train ever. Thank God. Hey there. All right. Hopefully a little more pep in my step. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I'm filming on this particular camera. I just tried to film a whole little segment on my Insta360 Pro, and it was just kind of sad and depressing. But then again, I've been sad and depressed today. Feel like an embarrassment on so many different levels. We're on our way over to the plaster repair job right now. Just had to deal with the train situation. Thank God that wasn't forever. And now we're fighting traffic on secondaries. Heading out to this island, and hopefully it's all going to go well. It shouldn't be out there for too terribly long, unless we do have to do some mudding, which hopefully we don't. Hopefully we were able to address everything yesterday with the point-up work, but only time will tell. And if we got to do anything extra when we get over there, we just got to do it. Want to make sure that the job is done correctly, done to the best of our ability, and be turning over a satisfactory product and finished result for this customer. That's about it. Don't really got a whole hell of a lot else. Hoping that today goes smooth. Maybe some other work comes around. I need to hit the real estate Mongol up and be like, hey, you know, we can be available whenever you need us. He's kind of, I don't want to say he's kind of anything. Just, like I said, I want to be this guy's go-to. No guarantee that we will. Maybe he's got a better crew, and I can't compete with that because it is just Gene and I. You know, as much work as I know that we could do, realistically and feasibly, we can't do everything. I tell you some work that I wouldn't mind getting more of is some door repairs. You know, door repairs are gravy. And shit, if we could be charging a minimum of $175 to go do door repairs. Now, ultimately, that would have to be 2 door repairs or a pretty substantial door repair. You know, if we could be charging $175 a job and it takes us an hour and a half to get the job done, I think that could be some damn good money if we could line up, you know, 4 or 5 of them suckers a day. But I don't think that's very realistic neither. Just focus on the handyman aspect. That's what I'm really going for. I've been seeing all of these videos on social media of like these handyman services, and they're like, yeah, I'm making $10,000 a month. And I'm like, man, what? I'd love to see some shit like that. All right, anyways, enough chit chat. It's 9:11 in the morning. We got to be on the job at 9:30. Says that we'll be there in 11 minutes. Let's go try to bust this thing out and be able to share with you a little more of our sanding and finished product. How this thing ends up turning out. Alright, and I want to try to keep that door shut when we're doing all this.
I'm gonna set this over here. I'm not gonna mix up. Turn the power up on it.
Alright, I'm ready. You can go ahead and turn it on, turn it back on. Just make sure she sucks good. Is she plugged in? No, no. It's not plugged into that, Gene.
You ain't gotta move. I got it. Mine don't match.
Oh, good. Today's Gene Appreciation Day.
I don't know what that's like.
He ain't lying. I feel the same way.
Alright, you ready?
Yep.
Everything good?
You hit the button on the reset the.
There we go.
Couple little point ups. Bing, 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 bing. That was it, just for perfection purposes. Skim coated the entire ceiling. Level 5. Arch is Archie Manning. It's kind of an optical illusion looking at this damn thing because you got old mixed with the new, but you gotta know that everything is. Trying to see how you can see that best. Yeah. Super smooth. I mean, it's just nice. All right, so it's old plaster with the lath, but this is actually a curved piece. So that would be an interesting situation getting that back in, but it looks like it's only about a ½ inch. So it's definitely not really thick plaster up there. Probably salvageable. And possibly up here as well. We'll open it up to look at it. But this is definitely where the real fun is going to be. And keep in mind whatever's going on with all of that.
You need me to rinse that one out, Joe? You want me to rinse that right out?
I don't think so. Damn, it's hot as shit in here. I got the AC off in here. What's going on? I got it set to 72.
And choices under 20.
All right, hey, what's going on? It is 12:15 in the afternoon, and we were just wrapping up over at the plaster job, and the customer was very happy with the way that came out, and rightfully so. We went up and beyond on that. Shout out to Gene. Today was Gene Appreciation Day, and I don't mean that mocking or sarcastically. Maybe at first I probably did, but you know, I really tried to take heed to that. And it's 12 o'clock now. We're done for the day. I gave him a full day's pay. The guy, you know, he deserves it. And him and I had a talk too, and we always, not always, but from time to time we have a talk, and I say, hey, look, you know I jump down your shit from time to time, and it's just the work and my unrealistic expectation, but I greatly appreciate what you do. You've been with me the longest, and I know I can count on Gene, and Gene will always be there. So no matter how I be coming across sometimes and snapping or bitching, whatever it may be, just know that I be respecting and appreciating dude. Man, I'm proud of the way that job came out. I mean, I can't say enough about it. We rocked that shit. Yeah, we did. We were up against it in there with the repair, and there was just no easy way to do it unless you were just going to tear the whole damn thing out, which in a perfect world, that's what I would have done. I would have taken that whole arch out and just boxed off that shower. Forget them arches. Them arches are from the 1970s. There wasn't that type of money in this job to do that. And how it ended up coming out, even though in picture and video, it definitely doesn't do it justice. I mean, that thing, it is smooth as a baby's ass. It's good. It's really good. I read a comment earlier that pissed me off. Somebody said all Joe ever says is they do the best that they can, but it's never perfect or complete. Nah, forget all that. The best that we can is in most cases as good as it's going to get, or as close to perfect as I can get it. And I am not the greatest at everything, you know, but I damn sure try to make sure that my jobs come out good. And not every job will. And I'm just real enough to try to share that with you. I'll tell you, like I told Gene, you know, I realize I set my expectations sometimes too high, and it's just because I want to do the most. Sometimes you got to just buckle down, hunker down, humble yourself, and realize it ain't always going to be the way that you want it to be. I'm happy about the work that we did for this customer. I think that this customer was pretty happy with everything that we did, and I want to say, you know, thank you to this customer. It was a somewhat, I don't know how to word it. You know, this customer is dealing with their own hardships, and I asked them, I said, you know, how long has that shower been like that? And they said since June. But you know, when it comes to getting paid and you're just seeing everything and you're looking at the broader picture, I wish I was in a position like an SB Moen or somebody to just be able to say, hey, you know what, man, this one's on the house. But I'm no hero, and I'm nobody in a position to be able to be doing God's work, because I need it just as bad. And I'm in a messed up situation most of the time my damn self. I wonder if anybody else has ever been in a spot like that. Well, it's 12 o'clock and the work day is done. Not quite sure what I'm gonna get into for the rest of the day. It's also my eating time, damn. I haven't had anything to eat or drink. I didn't even eat no dinner last night. I had 2 bites of dinner before I wasn't eating anymore. Kind of feel like going and treating myself a little bit. Let me figure out where today's going and see what's for lunch. Damn, I can't even do a live stream. I just thought about that. I don't even got a freaking camera battery worth a damn. They're all dead. Shit, I gotta charge some batteries. Oh, the hell with it. Hey, 12:30, just getting to the house and it's lunchtime. What's your boy gonna eat? It's always an exciting time, I gotta tell you. It always is. I've got the Sprite Zero Sugar. And then I think I'm gonna do, I got a half of a cantaloupe in there. I forgot about that, Jimmy. Whoo! So cantaloupe is my sweet treat. And I know there's probably some sugar in cantaloupe, but you know what? It's gotta be the natural kind. Whatever that is. If it's any different, I don't know. Yeah, I've been finding myself fancying this fancy fruit right here. I think cantaloupe's kind of a high dollar luxury item. I thought I was gonna treat myself today, but I ain't end up doing that. No sirree, Bob. Got the orange cantaloupe with the orange shirt. Hey. Shit makes me want to do a little jig. Am I losing any weight? Probably not. But I got to be though. Oh God. That's yummy right there. I don't feel like I look pregnant anymore. I'm pushing my stomach out, and it certainly doesn't feel like it goes out as far as it used to. And I know I'm probably being dramatic. It's only been like a week and a half of fasting. But if you think about it long enough, you can manifest it. I punished that. All right, that was the first thing that I've eaten today. What else are we gonna eat? I ain't got no more boiled eggs right this second, so I guess I'm gonna do the sandwich meat. Probably gonna do all of that turkey, just about 50 slices. Pull out a good little chunk of them. This is as close as I'm coming to the carnivore diet. I probably shouldn't be here because I probably will eat more. And I don't want to do that. I want to go do a live stream. That would be great. But the problem is I ain't got no batteries charged for this damn computer. I mean, computer, for this damn camera. And I need them. So real quick, I got paid from that job that we just did, $1,500. I got paid from that job via PayPal. And let's see what PayPal got me for. $1,500 job, I've got $1,467.42 in my PayPal. And the crazy thing is I had 40 bucks in my PayPal, so yeah. They beat me. And if I transfer the money, watch this. It'll be $22 to transfer the money right now. So that would be $14.45. Might as well just transfer it now. Cool. Good deal. Sprite Zero is where it's at, because that shit got zero everything in it. Except sodium. It's got 35 milligrams of sodium. Huh. All right, let me figure out what I'm going to do and figure out what I'm going to do. And I'm free falling, yeah, Where are we at on the map? Where the hell are we at on the map? Anybody see us? Hell, oh my God, we're in the middle of the map. We're close to the airport. There's a lot of action around that airport. All right, cool. I need y'all to look for a town for me. What is that? That looks like there'd be some mech warriors over there. Yeah, man, you know how they do prisoners, man. They don't care about you when you're a prisoner. They throw you on a remote island, man. This would actually make for a great TV show or a new YouTube series. You think about Naked and Afraid. What happens when you take a bunch of inmates or convicts and you put them on a remote island in an orange jumpsuit and tell them to survive? Oh, I hear them. Pull out the shotgun. Where you at? Oh, no. Uh-oh. And we probably got us a level 4 injury right there. Well, folks, I guess that's how we're going to go out. I guess that's how we're going to go out, probably with a frickin' level 4 injury. How bad is it? Oh, shit, we ain't get but a level 1. Oh, we Gucci. Damn, let's search him. And we didn't trigger a horde. We about to get his handgun.